Hi, I'm Taylor. I'm a marketing specialist here at Josh's Frogs. For today's panel discussion, we have brought together some of our core founding members of Josh's Frogs. These are the directors. And we'd like to take this time so you can understand our core principles and values that we are founded on. So let's start by going around and introducing everybody. Tina?
I'll start. I'm Tina. I'm the director of the Live Plants Department.
My name is Lindsay. I'm the director of customer service.
I'm Josh.
I'm Nicole. I'm the director of the shipping department.
I'm Zach. I'm the director of the animal department.
And I'm Amanda. I am the director of the marketing department.
All right, let's start with our first question. What does it mean to be a director at Josh's Frogs? And why do you think you are the director of your department?
I'll start with what does it mean to be a director. When I started Josh's Frogs, of course, I did everything. And as we grew, it quickly got to the pace where I couldn't do everything anymore. And so I started getting help. And then once it got to the point where I couldn't do anything with help, it got to the point where I needed to give people responsibility for sections of Josh's Frogs. And so these were some of the first employees that were part of that and showed some leadership qualities and were willing and ready to take ownership for a section of Josh's Frogs. And so, slowly handed off responsibility until they were the one running that section of Josh's Frogs and just letting me know how it was going.
I was the manager director of customer service, but I have an eye for detail. I'm very nitpicky when it comes to details, which bodes well with marketing. I don't have a marketing background, but I learned a lot via podcasts and reading, and kind of one thing led to another, and I moved into marketing. The marketing department only was formed, I think 2 years ago, so it's our newest little baby department here.
And then once Amanda stepped away from customer service, I was offered the position, and I think I was offered the position because I have a lot of experience in customer service. I like making a positive impact and helping people out with whatever I can, really. And I think I do a good job of passing it along to my directs and letting them know different problem-solving skills, how to figure it out, turn maybe a not-so-good situation into a better one. And we can also, I think all of the directors really do a good job of stepping back and seeing the future of their department as well as the company, and that's really important for anyone that's, I guess, in a director's seat. So.
If any of you have called Josh's Frogs and talked to Lindsay, you know why she's in charge of customer service. She's pretty good on the phone.
Yes, she is. I'm Tina. Again, I'm the director of the plants department, and I'm the director of that department because we currently didn't have a plants department. About 6 years ago, was it? 5 or 6 years ago, you had an outside person, Josh, sending plants to customers, but Josh ordered the first 1,000 plants, and they came in the door, and I was walking up the stairs from the basement where I was doing other things. I was making fruit flies. I was working for Josh part-time, and I said, plants, and I was looking and oohing because I'm a huge gardener. And I said, Josh, can I take care of these? And he said, yeah, sure. Here you go.
Well, somebody's got to.
Yeah. And that's how it started, the plants department. So at Josh's Frogs, first time we had plants in-house.
Yep.
So that's where that originated.
Daisy's joined us, too.
Daisy, she's our mascot. Your turn, Nicole.
I am the director of the shipping department. I don't know why.
I do remember, actually, there was when shipping was a lot less organized and an issue arose, and you quickly took ownership and worked to fix it.
Yep. There was a group of 4 of them in shipping. We were having some growing pains, and we sat down as a team and said, hey, here's some things that aren't going right. We want to provide a better experience for our customers. And it was Nicole who stepped to the plate and took ownership and said, hey, here's how we can fix it, and tracked on that. And she's been leading shipping ever since. So that was like 6 years ago, something like that. So,
2 weeks, it will be 6 years.
Wow. Crazy. So, yep.
Zach's turn.
Let's see. Let's see, why am I a director? Most people don't like cleaning animal poop, and I think it's okay. Really enjoy working with animals. This was originally a part-time job for me. I was originally hired to do shows and to put together tanks for sales for customers. And as we grew, I started doing a lot more of the animal care, and then more people started coming on and doing animal care. And we eventually got a second building for that. So Josh asked me to kind of, oversee that and try to grow that. And 11 years later, here I am. So.
And I think I know you were instrumental in other departments. I know you were very instrumental in the plant department. You wrote all the plant descriptions for the first long time, year or so.
Oh yeah. It was definitely. I think at the time you brought me on, was it me, you, and was it Jay?
Yeah.
At the time doing fruit flies and stuff, and then just as stuff grew, there was more stuff to do. So it was fun.
So we've heard how you guys have grown within the company itself. Just for fun, what kind of things did you do outside of Josh's Frogs before you came to the company? Any kind of experience that you've had in the past that you're dealing with now here?
Customer service.
Yeah.
A lot of time in retail. I had about 7 years at Party City. And then when I stepped away from that, I was like, I miss customers, so here I am. I think it's where I'm meant to be. So.
Cleaned a lot of animal poop in the past, and still taking that on, but
my cat box needs some work.
sorry, not furry animals, the ones that live in glass box kind. But that I worked in pet stores most of my life, where I was of an employable age, I guess. Have a biology degree, so I always wanted to work with living things, people and otherwise. It's provided me an opportunity.
This was my first and only job. Babysat, but
You should just look at it. I know nothing else.
I don't have marketing experience, I would say, but I got into what I'm doing now a little bit through the design. I went to school for design, and I started doing some of that. And then leadership-wise, I've led in my church a lot over the years with younger students or in the youth group and stuff. So.
Very good. So some of you might not realize is that we are a close family. We work together. We almost live together. We're here every day. We share all kinds of ideas. So I want to know what kind of qualities inspire you from each other. What do you guys look for in each other as directors?
I admire that everyone sticks to the core values and they use that as a building point on any idea that we might have, and that we're legitimately concerned about the well-being of our customers and the orders that they get from us.
Yeah.
And we stand behind our products. I mean, we wouldn't sell them if we didn't believe in them. So
Right.
I really admire that, because that's not something that I've seen from other employers. So
I admire how strong and how much of a go-getter they are. I don't have that.
that's not true.
But everybody's been through a lot, and they're very strong.
So on the flip side of Nicole's, I admire how her and Josh, both of them, they have taught me a lot in listening. I am a talker, and I will frequently talk first. And they both have taught me over the years just that you don't always have to be first, and you don't always have to be the loudest. So,
What?
that's my mom too over there. So she did not teach me that, because we're both loud and talkers. So.
I think I've learned a lot from here, like what it means to actually be a leader or a manager. Beforehand, it was the idea of basically delegating orders and ensuring things were followed up and being done, when in fact that's actually a small portion of the job. It's really about building a team and working with those around you and helping everybody realize their full potential. As absolutely corny as that sounds, there's definitely a lot of truth in that. And rising up to occasions and changing and getting better, continuously, constantly, a little bit each day.
Yeah, and I've noticed that as well. Constant innovation. We're always innovating. We're always growing. We're always trying to make ourselves better.
Roll with the punches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the things that I admire about this team is that they're so much different than me, and different in a good way. Being able to pick who is going to lead alongside me, I was able to say, here's some of my weaknesses, and now I need other leaders that are going to fill in some of those holes, and to give people responsibility for them to really shine in ways that probably I couldn't, just based on my personality or my my abilities, and be able to use a team approach to really, in a lot of ways, revolutionizing what an online pet store should be like, and for them to catch that vision and be excited about that, to use their personality and their unique gifting is cool. And I admire watching people succeed in ways that I knew that, like, by myself I couldn't have done that. But when we pull together and work as a team, we're able to accomplish some pretty cool stuff.
So as growing leaders yourselves, what kind of advice do you have for other up-and-coming leaders?
No. Here's me being first again. Never stop learning. I caught the leadership bug. I'm trying to think. It was maybe 4 years ago when Josh had shared a book or a podcast or something with me, and literally I have not stopped since then. I read a lot on leadership because I want different opinions on that and how I should lead. I listen to a lot of podcasts, and I think the second you stop learning is the second that you die in leadership. So,
be patient. There are going to be hard times where you're going to want to give up, but power through, because it does get better. I think there's at least half of this group right here that I've confided in when it was really rough for customer service, and I'm so glad that I stuck it out, because look where we are now. Don't be afraid to take risks, because this guy right here is like a perfect example of what can happen if you take risks. And valuing receiving feedback as well as giving it, I'd say. That's a really important part of what we do as leaders. So.
Yeah, and I can't emphasize enough just the importance of feedback, both receiving it but also able to give it or advice in a way that's very non-threatening and well received. Is huge, because everybody makes mistakes, and if they have a willingness to get better, to improve, most things are redeemable and fixable.
So as you can all imagine, we're there's a lot of pet lovers here. We're loving nature, loving all kinds of animals. My question to you guys is, what is your favorite animal that we handle here?
Homo sapiens.
Gargoyle geckos.
The people. So mine would be Daisy. That is Josh's dog that's down here. Yes. She's my sister from another mister. She's my favorite animal.
Wait, what?
For me, like, as a father, like, any of the animals that my kids are really into, like, I think that's where my passion came from, being in the swamps with the animals as a young kid, and bringing them home, and that excitement, and being able to pass it on to my kids, and allow them to experience animals in a way that a lot of kids don't have access to. And so I get excited about the things they get excited about. So right now, my kids are really into pixie frogs. I think those are just the best thing since sliced bread, to have a ginormous frog. And then my two youngest kids just are really animal people that love interacting with animals. So we have a blue-tongued skink at home, and crested geckos at home, and leopard geckos. Just things that are really handleable, that they can run around the house with, and that aren't super fragile and aren't escape prone. That are just really companion exotic animals. So that's what I'm excited about now, just because that's what my kids are excited about now.
What about you, Tina?
Well, since I'm the director of the live plant department, I'm going to tell you what my favorite plant is. I love all the animals, but we have 700 SKUs that come in and out, which means 700 different plants, so it's really hard to pick because you're like playing favorites, but I like
they don't
that.
know, it's okay.
I know, but they're like my babies. That's good. As you know, I don't play favorites. Alocasia. And I kind of like chameleons a lot.
Oh, yeah.
I don't have one, but I'll
Yeah, you don't have one yet.
I don't have one yet, right, true, but I get to come here and see all the animals, and somebody else pays to feed them.
And cleans their poop.
Yeah, cleans their poop. Yeah, so.
You, Nicole, what's your favorite animal?
I I'd agree with Daisy.
Nice.
We're more of the furry animal type.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was gonna say, really any animal that we work with that we're able to show some kind of progress with, something that's traditionally available only as like a wild caught animal or something that we can bring here and take care of well enough and understand well enough to produce more of them. And Daisy, of course. But as far as like a specific favorite, I don't think I could pick one. I mean, there's too many really amazing animals out there. And I think, it probably changes from week to week.
Yeah.
But they're all really cool. You don't pick a favorite kid, or at least so I've been told anyway.
Anything else you guys would like to add to this panel discussion?
I would just like to say, I guess to people that are leading businesses, that like having people that have been labeled as millennials leading large sections of businesses, I think has a bad rap right now. But I think if you look at some of the stuff that we're doing in the different departments led by much younger people than are typically led in our industry, you'll see that some of the innovation that's been happening is due to that. And so I think giving people that are younger a chance to lead is definitely something that's missing in our culture, but something that we've had very good luck with. We have some pretty young people leading pretty huge teams, and just excited about the potential for that in the future.
A huge thank you to all of our customers. We really appreciate you. We wouldn't be where we are now without you.
Yeah, for sure.
And thank you for watching this discussion. We hope you enjoyed our time today. We plan on doing more discussions like this in the future with other various workers here at Josh's Frogs. If you have any other questions, feel free to leave them in the comments and we will get to them as we can.